He said, I'm too famous to get in trouble for being a pedo when literally
Diddy just got raided, bro.
Drake called us slaves. I don't want to forget about that. Drake called black people slaves. I just want to throw that out there real quick. I'm not going to let that just slide by.
As long as anything Drake said also isn't true, and both guys, none of it was true, then we're just going off of, okay, who had the better song?
Exactly.
On songs only? I don't know.
Yeah, because if they were
songs only, I don't think Kendrick.
Yeah, if they were both proven to be liars, then all we can go off is the songs.
Proven to be liars,
But I'm saying,
and it was all just
even on
speeches.
songs, I think it'd be closer to tie.
Disclaimer. The following program delves into sensitive political, moral, and religious topics. The host's unique perspectives may challenge traditional viewpoints and provoke thoughtful conversations. That's the point, though. Viewer discretion is advised, as the content is intended for mature audiences who appreciate nuanced discussions on complex subjects. The content discussed here is for entertainment purposes only. Enjoy the show.
Hey, good.
All right. I'm fucking ready.
All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we want to interrupt this conversation we're already having. It's been a wild week. When did this drop? What, Friday? Was it Friday? No, Tuesday. Euphoria.
Oh, yeah,
Tuesday.
yeah.
So, but yeah, we gonna get back to that. Welcome to another episode, Fourth Wall Podcast Show. It's your boy SeeJayy. Got your boy Toss here, and we got some guests. A star-studded event tonight. Just like the boxing match with Ryan Garcia and Haney. But yeah, introduce yourselves, man.
Yeah,
we got Cody over there.
I hear what's up.
Hello, world. This is Peter Paris.
We have Lexian to be exact.
Scissor's little sister.
Cody, tell us a little about yourself, man. For you guys who don't know, Cody, he raps. I'll let him get more on it. But yeah, we got a couple bangers.
We got
a couple bangers, man.
Stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, I rap. I'm also in school full time. Studying to become a lawyer so I can help, get you guys out of jail later. But
yeah, you're going to need that.
Hey, Drake, you need a lawyer. Boy right here.
Yeah, if you need some, bro. Give me like 2 years. I'll be there for you.
I am Peter. I do a little bit of rap. I do a little bit of acting. But honestly, I'm just living life. I have a lot of opinions. And this podcast will probably give me a good medium to rant for a little bit. So I'm about it.
Preach.
Okay.
I'm Lex. I rap. I do a lot of things, very intellectual, very curious, always diving and looking for more. But the main goal is rap right now. I'm creative, so.
Hey, yo, what up, man? It's your boy Toss. Welcome to the Fourth Wall Podcast, the most anti-Semitic podcast in the world. Just kidding. Entertainment purposes, all right? Everybody chill. Nobody's off limits.
Hey, yeah, like I said, man, it's been a wild weekend. But yeah, make sure to follow us at Fourth Wall Show on Instagram. Follow me at CJ_the_kid.
Yeah, your boy Toss got some sauce.
And we'll have these guys, all their Instagram handles, at the bottom of the description. But make sure to like, subscribe. Man, like I said, it's been great. A couple episodes in, we going strong and we growing. We got an audience. We got live audience everywhere. I'm looking at a whole, hello.
Yeah. Oh, is that Rihanna? Hey, what's good, girl?
So I think I'm gonna go into this before we get into the real show. Over the weekend, I'm talking to this John. It's work. We got a work picnic coming up, and it's funny because I saw what's that dude Ziggy, the dude who used to dance and shit. Shiggy.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
Rev Run's kid.
He hasn't been relevant in a while, so sorry. But yeah, he dropped like a video, like talking about cookouts, right? It's like, oh, people asking about the cookouts. We're that generation who's supposed to be having the cookouts, I'm like, yeah, that's right. We're some of us 30, 25, we in that age. So yeah, we having a work picnic, cookout, whatever. I don't want to put this girl on blast because she's probably watching. But yeah, I'm like, what you gonna bring? She's like, she's bringing macaroni salad. Now she wasn't white, so that's already a no. That's she's Hispanic. She uses the N-word. Sorry to throw you out there. She uses the N-word. I tell her not to do it, but she does it anyway. But I mean, at this point, who cares? But yeah, she's bringing macaroni salad, and that's a no-no. I felt like that was laziness on her part. I felt like she could have, rose to the occasion and used it as like an advantage to, okay, let me show off what I can do in the kitchen. But no, she didn't. So you go.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah.
Is this woman single or in a relationship, married?
She's one of those girls. It's hard to answer that question.
Okay, all right.
It's hard to answer that question.
The macaroni salad becomes a little bit more clear as to why she made that.
Yeah. It's again. So I wasn't surprised, but it was just one of those things where you're like, damn, like you still
Got raisins in it.
We grown, It's the whole thing. Like we grown now. Like let's start. I be getting busy in the kitchen.
Is there like an age limit to like what you can bring? What do you mean we're grown? You can't bring.
I just mean like we can go to the store and read cookbooks. We have access to. It's not like high school where it's like, oh, we have a potluck. Let me just bring a tub of.
Okay, so who are we blaming here? Maybe we should blame you because
me.
Yes, because your expectations of her are too high. Like, what's wrong with her?
I'm just saying. I felt like being Hispanic.
But that's
someone her attitude. It felt like she's a spicy person. So I felt like she was gonna make a spicy dish. You feel me?
But that's your pre-assumption. See, if you didn't do that,
you're right. You are right. You are right. So that was my bad. My question to you guys. What dishes do you kind of helped me earlier kind of phrase it better?
What can you find out about someone
by the dish they bring? Like, I think I did it the reverse way, which is what fucked me up. But if you do it the right way, what are dishes that, that, I don't know, attract you to somebody? What are some meals that tell you, certain things?
I'm going to start it off real quick. Hey, sweet potato pie, if you bring that to the cookout and it got the little vanilla in it, I could tell you very detail-oriented. I could tell you somebody who's passionate about your craft. Now, if you miss out on that vanilla, okay, and then when I cut into the pie and it don't cut, like if I see any breakage in there, you probably the type of person that got like a messy mattress or something like that. So, sweet potato pie, that's one of those highlights for me.
It is, yeah.
You get that right.
If you come with the sweet potato pie and it's good, you definitely...
Speaking of soul food, she know about soul food.
I definitely think your macaroni and cheese, it's really going to tell me everything I need to know about you. Because it's like, there's a million ways that you can make macaroni and cheese, but it's all about the details. So if you don't put in that extra effort to really get it and, mix it all together and really do what you got to do, then I'm probably silently judging you.
Feel like it got to be a little burnt?
A little bit.
Okay, we all in agreement. We all in agreement. Okay.
Like, nobody wants a perfect mac and cheese. It has to be like that perfect...
Shit, that is a perfect mac and cheese.
Black mac and cheese, should I say.
Look, I just want to say I'm gonna touch on that mac and cheese point. I see you there. I'm a little biased. My mother personally makes the best mac and cheese that's ever been assembled on earth. It's not burnt. She does the baked mac and cheese, the only way you should make mac and cheese. I'm gonna give my mom a little game, so I'm gonna put a little bit of the dirty laundry out there. Sorry, mama, but her secret, she adds a little bit of mustard with the cheese. You don't taste the mustard, but it brings out the tanginess of the cheddar.
Yeah.
She bakes that, and it's the perfect consistency. You want
I feel it.
on a mac and cheese, a baked mac and cheese, you want a hard film, but when you cut into that film, you want the cheese to be gushing out as soon as you puncture that. But regardless, let me back off. My personal...
So I have a question.
Oh, go ahead.
Who told you that your mom's mac and cheese was the best?
I mean, that's her son.
I personally think that my mom has the best mac and cheese, but I mean,
look, God's working on all of us. We all make mistakes. We're all wrong in life, at certain times. This might be your opportunity to be wrong, but I've been wrong before too. You know what I'm saying?
I like the confidence, but no.
Yeah, we can find this out.
Hey, mothers, if you guys are listening, Mother's Day is coming up. If y'all got some, macaroni and cheese to send it over here. Google Took Studios. You'll get the address. Just say, hey, I got some macaroni and cheese to send. We will try it here on the show, especially for you.
I think you just thought of the Mother's Day episode. That might be the Mother's Day episode right there.
There you go.
But my personal thing is banana pudding. If she brings banana pudding, it's over. Like, that's marriage material right there.
Okay.
Crumbs or no crumbs?
A dessert.
I like the crumbs. I like.
Okay.
See, my aunties kind of spoil me though, because they do the banana pudding, but they'll put the shortbread cookies on top, like as like a crust, and then they'll have like the
So
actual slices of banana
No graham
in there.
crackers, right?
No,
It's
no graham peppers.
Okay.
It's the actual like
like
shortbread sugar cookie. You feel me?
Okay, y'all going in. I like that.
All right. Me, I'm very simple. My family, when we would get invited to stuff, we were the people that brought like the pre-made chips and shit and the water bottles. You know what I'm saying? That's
clutch
what we
though.
do.
You need that water bottle.
Exactly.
That's clutch.
We don't get the appreciation like y'all do, but you need it. You go to the function, there ain't no water bottles. What's going on?
See.
I want something that does a dirty.
That's
you know what
why
I'm saying?
everybody's hydrated.
We think alike,
Exactly.
but I like to, go a little crazy. Yeah, I'm with you. All right, who's gonna bring the waters? I wouldn't just bring a water bottle. I'm probably gonna bring like a water fountain or something like that.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna make sure, like I told you guys earlier, I brought the popsicles. No one's thinking popsicles, but it's hot. People asking for ice though. Hey, you got some ice? You got some ice? I got some popsicles. Oh, okay.
that's fair.
Flavor in the ice. How about that?
I won't count pockets, but
That's fair.
this man did get a huge amount of land out in Nigeria, so he got the plug on water fountains.
Yeah, you need a
feel
well
me?
built over in in Nigeria.
Nigga, Mr. Beast, bro.
He got wells.
Oh, wait, real quick, has Mr. Beast ever gone to Africa
Yeah,
on
he
like
did,
some
yeah,
philanthropic
he built-
stuff?
yeah,
Oh, he did.
bro,
Okay,
yeah.
I don't watch Mr. Beast.
I
I don't
know,
know.
Okay,
All right.
yeah, that's what.
I don't know
The
if it
video
was-
was literally building wells, bro.
Yeah, I don't know if it was green screen, but it looked real. So
Better question: Does
All right.
does Mr. Beast have the plug on hyenas? Because your
Probably.
boy
That
right
nigga can
here,
do anything, dog.
yeah, he got pet hyenas on the low. Holla at your boy.
But okay, that was interesting. It's good to break the ice with that. This is actually my first time meeting you, and this is probably your first time meeting these guys. How did you guys meet each other?
Funny story. You know what? I'm somebody that likes to scout talent. You feel me? And sometimes the universe, man, it just works in mysterious ways where, the wavelengths of like when real recognize real, it just sort of just gravitates you towards the right energy. You
Fate.
feel me?
That's how we met. Fate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, look, Weasel coming out soon to all platforms. You feel me?
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
let her
heard,
speak
I heard
on
one
it.
of your tracks. It was
And what you think? Honest opinion.
honest opinion. Hey, it was it was better than this one dude.
Don't compare me to the lousiest. You gotta
Well,
compare
who
me
else?
to
Who
that.
else? It's all about comparison. That's how you know what to compare it to. But
CJ
nah,
running for office.
you were better than a lot of other artists I hear around.
I
you know.
appreciate that.
When I heard the song that I heard, the way I know if it's if I'm fucking with someone, if I'm like, okay, I gotta jump on the remix or I gotta jump on something with this person, like I gotta do something like collaborate.
Okay.
So I heard the song that I heard, I forgot which one it was. It's 2019 song on SoundCloud.
Is the one on
The Hangman
SoundCloud.
one. Yeah, it was the Hangman one.
Oh yeah. Okay. Expiration date.
Yeah.
Freestyle.
Yeah, that was cool. I was like, yeah. So yeah, it'd be cool to hear some more stuff. So nice to meet you. Nice to
Yeah,
meet you.
for
Thank you
sure.
for
Stay
being on.
tuned. I'm dropping soon.
Okay.
Y'all gonna be hearing more from me. Definitely.
Okay. Hit her here first. Let's get into the topics, man. Ryan Garcia. Last episode, we talked about him winning his fight against Haney, Devin Haney. And then it came out last week that I guess he tested positive for using PEDs or PEDs or what's it called?
They say what
Something-
he used.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was they were saying, but I kind of thought it was cap. Obviously, I mean, fight's over. What you telling us this for? You didn't know this before the fight, but I sent you the video of Haney. He was kind of
Yeah, he looked.
having an interview. It was like, oh, what you think about the news? First off, y'all just had the interview set up. He was just there in the studio, and y'all got the news. Like, hey man, yeah, let's start. Hurry up and nah. Like, come on, man. Like, I'm calling cap on this whole thing. He's on there talking about, yeah, man. Did you notice anything during the fight? Well, it was just a regular fight. He came and did his thing. But now that I think of it, maybe I'm like, oh.
I saw that shit. Yeah.
What you guys think about that, man? What do you?
Anytime somebody started talking political, you feel me? Once he started saying like, my life was on the line, you know what I'm saying? And like once you start talking like that, bro, like you done already took the L on, in the ring. Now you taking the L in the media too. My thing is this, man, when it comes to boxing, I think all sports is rigged. You feel me? So if you could take any advantage possible and get away with it once you even get to the ring, I'll give you the win, bro. That's the way. The thing is rigged already. So if you can, play the people trying to play you, I'll give you the point. That's my perspective on it.
Because these people get tested constantly. That's the whole point of this. Yeah. So I feel like there's no way that they didn't know that he was positive. If it's true that he's actually positive.
He said that. I think he posted a picture of him with ashwagandha or something like that. Yeah. Pills.
He had uploaded a video. It was him and someone else. I don't know if it was his brother or what, but he was saying like the whole test is bullshit.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
He was like, "Why did they let me do the fight if they know I was?"
Yeah, shooting? Exactly.
I agree.
All I take is ashwagandha.
Come on, man.
Ashwagandha isn't that the thing that make you like fuck better?
No,
oh
no.
I think that's one of the
no. That is not even. No, it's like a mind, body, like stress reliever.
But I think that makes you fuck better. Like once you're devoid of stress.
I don't know.
I'm pretty. It probably has an effect.
Why would you?
I try to be.
Shout out to Danny Brown. I don't remember what I was listening to him on, but he was saying he had taken ashwagandha for those reasons in the bedroom. But I think it's
those are wrong reasons.
I think it's like
okay.
I don't know. Maybe it's cheaper or something. But my thing is, I originally heard of Ryan Garcia. I didn't know he was a boxer. I only heard about this guy a month ago. And I saw him on TikTok videos.
So you're like Crazy Garcia.
Yeah, okay, all right. So that's the thing. So I just saw this guy going off, like telling everything about like 1%, and everyone's like all these comments, and a bunch of the videos were deleted. So I'm like looking up Ryan Garcia deleted videos. Then I find out this guy's a boxer. I don't hear about him until 2 days ago when I find out he got busted for doping and PEDs. And I'm, from my ignorant perspective from outside of the boxing world looking in, I'm like, I don't know, something seems fishy here. This is the guy that's been talking. Like, he's been breaking through. He's been transcending.
Exactly.
You know, he's putting a lot of stuff out there. Now he's the dude doping. Like, it just seems a little weird. I'm not saying he isn't doping, but.
So I think we're all kind of seeing the pattern here. A little too obvious. I just wanted us to kind of put on your radar in case it wasn't. Like, this one is one of the obvious ones. It's like, come on, man. Like, you guys, like you said, before the fight, y'all testing. Like, why didn't y'all say, hey, we got to stop this fight. This guy tested positive for, y'all could have did it like that.
Maybe they didn't do it because it's like money's on the line.
No.
That's the only thing I can think of.
But that's still not okay.
Exactly. That's on them.
It's not okay, but like that's the only reason I can think of. It's like, we need the money.
That's even more of we know your agenda then. Y'all just, so. Nah, it makes sense, man.
Y'all think he's a phony, though? Like, all that stuff he was talking about. You think he's keeping the same energy of all the stuff he was talking about? Now you see him over here hanging out with Trump. Now you see him over here saying, I want to have a meeting with Netanyahu. Like,
I think
who, Ryan Garcia?
Yeah, he said that.
I think he's testing the waters right now.
Testing the waters, huh?
He's trying to see how invincible he is.
You trying to be a lawyer, too?
Trying to be.
Hey, man. Whatever job I can take up, in the next life. But, yeah, man. Next, let's move on to some more sport topics. Let's start off with, before we get into NBA, we have a female in the room. I want to be respectful. I want to make sure every audience is reached. WNBA news, man. Caitlin Clark. I don't know if you have are you a Caitlin Clark fan?
Definitely.
Okay, represent. Indiana Fever, she had her debut WNBA preseason game.
You saw the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I made sure. What did I think?
You watched the whole game?
Did I watch the whole game?
I'll be straight up honest. I didn't watch the whole
game.
game.
Watch the game?
No.
I mean, it was on in the living room. I'm watching. I'm doing, it was on. It's preseason. It's ESPN. It's one of the ESPNs.
Yeah.
I don't know which one it is. But so she goes off in her own. I think it was 21, 24 points or something like that.
I heard
Yeah, she did her thing. I'm a fan of what she's doing. I don't know her all that well to be like, oh, I'm a fan of her. I don't relate to her, obviously, because of the gender difference. But I am a fan of what she's doing for the culture and for, WNBA. But what did you think did you watch the whole game?
I actually didn't watch the whole game, but that's just because I was busy that day. But I definitely tune in. I'm definitely a huge Caitlin Clark fan. Okay. I've been following her for 2 years now.
Okay, cool.
So I expected us to win the championship, but, South Carolina.
They're too good, man.
They did their thing, so I can't.
How'd you feel about all the Caitlin Clark hype? Like the whole, everything was about Caitlin Clark. Even North Carolina winning, Like, you don't really hear about, their
Well,
except for the coach, obviously.
Yeah,
but
I
she
definitely
deserves
feel like
her
they got the
flowers.
spotlight that they deserved. But what I am going to say is Caitlin Clark, she's played a good game, and she's brought a lot of recognition to, the game and just everything in general, her and Angel Reese. So I feel like without her and without Angel Reese, it wouldn't be getting as big as it is. So she definitely should get the extra screen time, in my opinion. I could be biased, but hey.
No, that makes sense. You want to sell, right?
Yeah.
You want to get your best player.
I mean, like, whoever's bringing the
future.
most viewers is who I'm going to focus on.
So I like how you brought up Angel Reese because I was going to ask you next. How do you feel about her? Like, what's your...
I like Angel Reese. I feel like she brings a lot of excitement to the game. She brings personality, outside of the norm. Because usually, like, when you think about women's basketball, you think about, like, they all kind of have, like, the same personality. It's kind of... You don't really have, like, a broad range of, personality. You can't say, like, this person acts like this.
Yeah.
So I feel like with Angel Reese, she brings, like, a lot of attitude to the game. She brings that swag that the coach needs.
Okay. If you were a basketball player, do you play sports at all?
No, not at all.
Never?
I don't. I used to play football when I was younger.
You played football?
Yeah.
Hey, that lingerie football idea.
No, not that. I was actually a tomboy when I was growing up, so I didn't become like a super girly girl until I was like ninth grade. So. No, what's going on? Well, look, I need to be in the loop.
But okay, if you were, if you play basketball, would you be more of a Caitlin Clark player or would you be more of an Angel Reese?
Definitely
player?
Caitlin Clark.
Okay, so you'd be more like finesse with it, shooting.
Yeah, because I feel like no matter what, moving forward, Caitlin Clark is going to be talked about. I can't say the same for Angel Reese.
Okay.
Because just, I feel like Angel Reese gets talked about a lot outside of her game now.
Yeah.
More, like, she's becoming more entertainment than basketball. Caitlin Clark is strictly basketball.
Straight basketball.
You don't know her personal life.
That's kind of why I respect her game, because the whole thing with the big three, her possibly signing all that, like, she's been very professional. She really, like, basketball.
Yeah, I feel like she has tunnel vision, and she needs that, because it's like it's easy to get focused on what's going on outside of the game. You kind of forget what that person's talent is. Like he said, he didn't know Ryan Garcia was a boxer
because
of
all
other things.
the
Yeah, so I feel like it's important to, like,
you're right. Yeah,
keep the people's intention on what you're actually here to do in your brand. So I feel like Caitlin Clark, she mastered that.
I also want to add real quick. I feel like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are, like, really good for the sport, because Caitlin Clark isn't really much of a personality. Like, you see her interview, she's kind of just relatively mellow. Like, she's not really chill.
Yeah.
Angel Reese actually has personality. I think it's good that Caitlin Clark's known strictly for what she does on the court. Like, if she didn't do this, she would not, she'd probably be an accountant or something. You know what I mean?
Would you say she's the female Tim Duncan?
Tim Duncan.
Oh, yeah.
No, her game is a bit more, like, pizzazz than Tim Duncan's game was also very fundamental. It wasn't really like Caitlin Clark's flashy on the court. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't say she's like Tim Duncan. Personality-wise, similar, yeah.
I mean, she's kind of like Steph Curry. She's very non-problematic.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
She's like the best. The best would be Steph Curry.
Steph
Curry has a bit more of a personality.
I was saying it's Magic, Larry Bird. It's just a WNBA version of Magic and Larry Bird. You got Magic, the charismatic, more entertaining person, and then you got Larry Bird, who's just straight basketball shooter. And the one's white, one's black. So
he said it, and I think that's exactly what the WNBA needs. Not the white versus black, but rivalries.
Yeah,
like why people are so invested in NBA, and even when you look at NCAA women's college basketball, it's so much bigger than the WNBA. It has more of like a cultural effect, because these NCAA teams have been here forever. Like, people are tied in. They've got blood in this fight.
Rivalry already. Yeah.
Like, a lot of people don't really have blood in the game when it comes to the Sparks or the Liberty, or I'm from New York, but like no one talks about the Liberty, but more people will talk about like our NCAA women's teams. And what I like about having people like Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, Haley Van Lith, these personalities coming into them, because I heard about Haley Van Lith years ago. I just followed her on Instagram because she was dope.
Let's not forget about Camila Cardoso.
Of course.
I
knew who that was.
Like she needs the platform, because she's doing her thing right
her
now.
Game is something.
Yeah,
I'm actually excited to have Angel Reese and Camila Curtis on the same team. It's gonna be cool.
But
they're playing together.
I will tune into the Chicago Sky.
Definitely.
I will. Or is it Chicago she went to? Yeah, Chicago Sky.
Yeah, Chicago.
But I think like these newer rivalries that can emerge now with these newer players entering the league,
that can kind of lead to like team heritage. You know,
Yeah.
like they're gonna remember the fight Caitlin Clark had with some player like in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it'll build up from there.
And it'll build the sport. Yeah, like
I mean,
you know,
that make me watch
to
it.
your credit about like Caitlin Clark getting a lot of the attention.
Yeah.
I feel like it has to, the same way Jordan built the NBA. Right. I'm not saying Caitlin Clark's going to be like the Jordan of the WNBA, but NBA grew because of Jordan. Like he became the face of the NBA, and that's how it grew to helped it grow to where it is now. Caitlin Clark, based on what she did with NCAA women's basketball, she has the potential to do that for WNBA too, and that's kind of huge because then
Yeah, I definitely feel like a lot of people are going to follow her from college over, to the league. So.
It's certainly like I imagine the WNBA finals is going to be viewed way more this year than last year. It's not even going to be close.
If she's in it.
Just because
Definitely.
people are going to tune into the
With them
WNBA. Not because
threes,
she's in it. I
it's
think
crazy.
she's not in it. Just because people are going to be more attuned to the WNBA now.
Yeah.
Sure,
But I feel like typically, like a lot of people that don't like sports, like you find a player that you think is really good, and then you kind of just like watch whatever they do, and then that takes you wherever they go, and then you end up becoming a fan of the sport, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like that's what it is with a lot of Caitlin Clark fans.
Or
Like,
you
we're
just-
just following her because we feel like she's good. I mean, not me because of course I'm a sports fan, but I feel like a lot of younger people or maybe people that just don't know the
Or
sport.
you just the thing is people just find something to kind of attach or relate to. Like for tennis, niggas don't watch tennis, but Serena Williams.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Serena's playing today. Go Serena. You know, like it's as long as you have some type of like some to relate to, or some skin in the game or on that side. It's like, okay, yeah, I feel like I need to root for this person. Like it's interesting. Like I have to go watch it. Like that's, I don't know. That's kind of what sports is. Like that's what competition is. People just kind of, you find a side that you relate to more, and you're just like, all right, let me rock with these people.
Selling courtside seats for Caitlin Clark games for like $8,000.
8K?
8,000?
Yeah, man,
serious?
8,000 for real, and she only getting paid like 70.
She got
Hey.
she got the Nike deal too.
Like 8K? Are you serious?
I'm never
For a
paying
courtside? That's crazy.
$8,000 to go to Iowa like, for any reason, or wherever.
Indiana.
Indiana. Oh, I'm definitely not paying $8,000 to go to Indiana. That's where the KKK started. Why am I going over there? Indiana. Fuck the Pacers. First off,
But
Shout out
Yeah,
to
it's
Reggie Miller.
kinda
though.
crazy,
IE,
yeah.
IE homeboy. Shout out to Reggie Miller's from the IE, bro. I gotta give him. I gotta shout him out.
That is
gotta
true,
shout him
man.
out, bro. Come
or
on,
as my
man.
dad would call him, the alien.
it looked like his eyes finna pop out, but he's a good dude, man. But that's kind of crazy though. Like she be getting paid 70 racks for the whole year, but they be selling tickets.
Them
for,
endorsement deal's gonna keep her fine.
Yeah, yeah.
she's doing
She
just
ain't
fine,
true.
dog.
True.
She's cool. So from WNBA, we going to NBA, man. First round of the playoffs already over. We kind of predicted the Lakers would. Let's not even talk about those things. Yeah. So you're on the show, Pierre. We want to give you, your spotlight, highlight. Knicks fan over here.
New York, stand up. Orange and blue skies, baby. Let's go. Jalen Brunson, baby. Yo,
Yeah,
Philly.
man.
Philly's nuts. Philly's nuts, bro. Philly's nuts, bro.
Hey, on the episode we had with Justice. Shout out to Justice. He couldn't be here today.
Shout out to Justice.
Yeah, y'all. I told y'all. Y'all was like, oh, you don't know Jalen Brunson. I've been following this dude since Villanova, man. At the start, I was not a hater, but it's just like, he's whatever. He's whatever. Came to the league, did his thing, went to Dallas, they traded him. Me, I'm rooting for Dallas right now. So I was like, all right, yeah, get rid of this dude. We got Luka already. He's been showing his stuff in New York. I can't lie, I can't deny it. This whole season, I've been like, Brunson, give him that. Kendrick Perkins, I don't usually agree with that dude. He's been saying the whole season.
Kendrick Perkins is always right.
Brunson is
Always right.
Kendrick Perkins.
Yeah. Okay, we can get into this topic later, but
Jalen, but to Kendrick's point, he's been saying, Jalen Brunson, he's a top star. They were comparing to like Donovan Mitchell, saying Mitchell's like an A star while Brunson's a B star. Nah.
They was saying that?
Yeah. They were saying,
wow.
saying, go help someone else. Brunson can't lead by or whatever. But
they were
he's
proven
proven
wrong
it.
on that
Yeah,
one.
Brunson's proved the league wrong, man. Shout out to New York and what they're doing. Got rid of Philly. Now, Embiid was hobbled, but Knicks didn't have Randall. Knicks didn't have
Thank you.
Julius Randle, and I didn't see
Thank
Mitchell
you.
Robinson playing a lot.
yeah, and B tried to like assassinate him. On
So,
court.
That's true.
so give the Knicks the credit, man. How you feeling, man?
Bro, I'm feeling. Look, this is what everyone needs to realize. Like all the teams in the playoffs, you are not playing against the New York Knicks. You are not playing against the basketball team. What you're playing against is the basketball gods.
Yeah, let them have it.
This is redemption.
These
This is
the same Knicks
about
that didn't make the playoffs for years.
this is about
Hey, let 'em have it,
exercising
man.
our demons. All right.
Let them have it.
Where was God then?
Listen, all of
get
the
this in the next 40
doubters,
years.
all of the doubters. Oh, you need Donovan Mitchell. You need Donovan Mitchell. Jalen
yeah.
Brunson's too small. What is he gonna do against the size? Oh, 6'7" Oubre. Bye.
I saw him banging down Maxey and
Bro.
I saw it. I seen it.
This is retribution for the years of pain, and it's lining up perfectly. We dispatched that disgusting city of Philadelphia. We dispatched them. We're going to go up against the Pacers now. Reggie Miller, we remember those 8
write
points
this
in
down,
13
bro?
seconds, bro. We remember it. Listen, I will slap Halliburton myself, bro. I don't care. We're going to destroy you.
Actually, I agree. Get that nigga out of here.
And
bro.
it's...
What do we not like about Halliburton?
oh my.
Oh, come
What
on.
is there to like?
Thank you.
What do you mean? He's a good passer. He's a good facilitator.
good dude.
I'm actually looking forward to that series. I'm looking forward to that Knicks. It's
That-
gonna be a good series.
that
I
man-
feel like.
He got some skin to get.
I hope that nigga gets swept, bro.
Why?
Halliburton,
Y'all
bro.
don't.
I'm
I know.
Joel Embiid's little brother, huh? That's why
Why do you think? Why do you think?
Because the in-season tournament, huh?
No, bro. I just think he's a front runner, bro. He didn't play that well in this fucking series, bro. But
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I
Right?
think his game's changed, and he's coming off the injury. But they got Pascal Siakam for a reason.
Yeah,
I think his role is kind of, but he's still the facilitator. I think we got a lot of eyes on him because he was getting the double doubles and all the trick, But now that he's like taking the backseat to, okay, let me just facilitate. He's quieted down. Again, I never saw him as same thing with Anthony Edwards. I'm always like, let's chill during the in-season tournament stuff. Halliburton. Oh, All-Star game in Indiana, Halliburton. I was like, let's relax. Like, dude's having a good first half of the season. But I get what you're saying. But at the same time, he's still not a scrub though.
I mean, they're not terrible.
And it's I feel like it's a good, like I said in the group chat. I like how it's new faces. We have Brunson, Halliburton, two point guards who kind of pretty much stepped it up this whole season. So yeah, to you guys' point, fuck Halliburton, but we gonna see, right?
Oh, we're going to see.
Yeah, we gonna see. I personally
the Knicks win
don't.
in like 5 or 6, bro.
Ooh.
Maybe 5. I'm being so honest.
Without Julius Randle, like he's
Without
still
Julius
not.
Randle.
Look, it's going to be tougher without Julius Randle. And I'm going to be honest, matchup-wise, the Pacers, I don't like the matchup. They do well in transition. The Knicks like to slow it down. They seem like the antithesis of how we play. But we have Tibbs at the end of the day.
I do like Tibbs.
Obi Toppin isn't stopping anybody, bro. Like, we're about exercising demons, bro.
I got a question for you, Peter. Now, you are a very passionate Knicks fan, and sometimes, this same mechanism is kind of familiar with Cowboys fans as well, where sometimes their passion can overtake them, where the expectations are so high at this point where
Ain't nobody
Maybe
as Cowboys fans.
Thank
bro.
you.
Yeah.
let me finish my point. All right.
That ain't the
Do you
same.
That
feel
is-
like
thank you.
maybe you should, obviously hope for the best, you feel me? But at the same time, kind of being realistic, like, because more often than not, when you have the lowest expectations with a team that has consistently let you down on a constant basis, sometimes you tend to overachieve and then, oh, damn, we done fucked around and came to the finals.
See,
They made the finals when they was the 8th seed, right?
I have to educate people once again on my Knicks. See, here's the thing. In 2021, we were overachieving, okay? We did that. We had Reggie Bullock, Julius Randle. We had Elfrid Payton at point guard, all right? And we made a 4 seed. That's overachieving. This year, we were without our second best player for over half of the season. We had Mitchell Robinson gone for more than half of the season. We're the 2 seed. We're going to destroy the Pacers. I want to see the Celtics. This is already. I'm not saying we're going to win the finals. Now, to me, that would be, if I were to say we're going to win the finals, that would be a little overzealous. But to make an Eastern Conference Finals,
I feel like that's
completely within the realm of possibility.
You make it to the Eastern. I agree. I think you're gonna make it to the ECF. You think you win the Celtics? Be honest with me.
Listen, man,
I think
they don't scare me.
I think it's
They don't-
possible.
They don't scare me.
That's crazy.
Look.
That's crazy.
First off,
That's
I know
crazy.
Porzingis. I knew he was going to get hurt, and what's he doing right now? Mans is hurt. Like I said, I know Porzingis. Jason Tatum doesn't want it, bro. This dude, listen, we are going to eat Tatum for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This man does not like to draw fouls. He does not like to take it to the rim. He's not getting anywhere on Mitchell Robinson. Isaiah Hartenstein is going to eat this man up.
Hartenstein.
Hartenstein. I say it right. Isaiah Hartenstein.
I'm with you. I feel like the Knicks can make it to the.
I'm not saying we're going to beat the Celtics. They have firepower, but I'm saying they don't scare me. They don't scare me.
I'm rooting for you guys.
If they
though.
don't scare you, then you should think you can beat them, bro.
I think we stand a very good chance.
I feel
Most
like,
people
yeah,
don't give us a chance.
I
but
feel like there's a chance that the Knicks could possibly, because the Celtics are kind of.
How many years have you guys been saying the Celtics are going to win, bro? Oh,
Well,
Tatum
I'm
and
not saying
Brown.
they're gonna win the
Tatum and
finals.
Brown.
Hold on, I said against the Knicks.
Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown been together since what? 2016. All they did is grow beards together, bro. They haven't won anything, bro. They have no.
Bro,
but I'm supposed to revere these guys.
It's not like they haven't
Oh,
done
they made it
anything,
far.
Bro.
Why does that
We
matter,
gotta give
though?
credit where credit's due.
The
bro.
Hawks
does
made
that
it
matter?
far. Like the Hawks
But
made
they
it far like 2
consistently
years
make it
ago.
far. That's hard. That's hard
You
to
see
do.
the generational gap here, y'all. See these young cats coming in here.
They're both right. They're both
They're
they're
both
both
give them
right.
credit. It's not like they go out.
They're
the
both
first
right.
round.
No. Let me point this out.
I'm saying he's saying the Celtics like they just make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. They're trash.
This is why your generation of basketball is soft, man. Y'all be giving too much credit. Oh, they made the Eastern Conference. Y'all didn't win
So
it,
you
though.
get no credit for getting far consistently and being a good team every year?
Win it.
Are you being serious right now?
I feel like
Win it.
I feel
That's
like
crazy to me. That's crazy. To
I
me,
feel
bro.
like this season with Jalen Brown, with Jason Tatum, with Porzingis,
There's no excuses.
with White,
I'm with you. I'm
who's
with you.
doing his thing.
There's no
Drew
excuses.
Holiday.
There's no
If you
I'm
guys
with
don't
you.
get to the finals, then we can stop with the whole because again, I'm
with
not
you.
afraid of the Celtics either.
with
They,
you.
but if they don't make it this time, it's like, all right, yeah.
Quite frankly, I think if they don't win the finals, this year's a failure for the Celtics.
Yeah, it's
Well, who were
I'm
the
being
championship
real.
or bust?
I think so. I think it's
it is championship or bust, but again, if they played the Nuggets and lost, I'm not gonna be like, oh damn.
I will. I don't think they beat the Nuggets. I don't think so. But I'm
Skipping
saying,
over Minnesota
I
like
think
that.
But if
that's a failure of the
Timberwolves,
season.
if Timberwolves beat the Nuggets and Timberwolves go on to the finals and they beat the Celtics,
Oh, that's a bigger failure.
That's a bigger failure.
Yeah,
It's a bigger
and Edwards surpasses that. Then then we can start. Okay, it's over.
And
But
Edwards has already surpassed Jason
I don't know
Tatum.
about that.
Oh,
I said,
1,000%.
In these playoffs,
1,000.
yes.
Yeah,
All
sure.
time,
So,
no.
yeah.
All time.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum don't got that dog in him,
All
all right?
time? Wait,
Maybe it's
but
because
are
he
we talking
likes
all
skin.
time?
Maybe it's because
Toss. Are we
Tatum
talking
got
all
the
time
dog
this
in him.
season?
no, he don't.
But Tatum got.
Wait.
When
Don't
it's
do that,
time
bro.
to turn it on, you haven't seen. Have you watched Tatum?
I've seen a few times where Jalen Brown got to step in and be Batman
Yeah.
for that team. If it's really your team, you got to take it over.
Jason Tatum is the passive aggressive, the nice
See,
dude.
you said the word.
And
When you put
and
the word
Jalen Brown
passive
is like the
on something,
more. No,
you can't
I
put-
get what you're saying. Yeah,
Come on,
but
man.
he does have that. Again, same with LeBron. He's passive aggressive too. But when he turns that dog on,
He definitely has
he'll be like, "All right, let me,"
Using LeBron as an example does not help your case.
Is he like the best player?
This is hey, I want y'all to know. That lets you know. Don't listen to what this nigga said.
No. I
This
want
nigga said-
y'all to
hold
know.
on. This nigga
I
said,
want y'all to know.
When you get compared to LeBron,
This man-
that's an insult. Did y'all hear this nigga?
Yeah.
I want y'all to. I just want y'all to know. I want y'all to know.
yeah.
I'm tired of all the LeBron glazing, okay? I'm going to call it out for what it is. This man will take
40,000
LeBron.
points.
This man will take LeBron over Kobe. The
4
same
finals.
man that
I
said,
would. I
it's
would.
just basketball, guys.
I would.
It's just
He's
basketball.
He's a better player. I'm sorry. I hate to speak the
See?
truth to you, Toss.
This is the generation right here, okay? Early 2000s generation over here. Always about analytics. They never.
You think this man is 40? He's only like 5 years older than me, guys. I want to be clear, guys. This man is not 40. Okay.
I was in
We're
the
watching the
generation.
same cartoons, nigga. I don't know what's going on.
I
with
was
you.
in the generation where both conferences was stacked. You only had 2 dudes on your team who can possibly carry you within that squad.
we ain't gonna get into the whole LeBron and
All right,
Kobe.
yeah, let's get back up
That's
there.
like a whole episode, So LeBron did get beat by the Denver Nuggets again. Jokic got him out of there quick in the first round. But yeah, they're facing Ant right now. So far today. I forgot to mention Happy Cinco de Mayo. We got the the green and it's not red, but it's kind of with the white. So Happy Cinco de Mayo to you.
I was playing Selena on the way here.
Is it like Independence Day? It's supposed to be their Independence Day. But it's not really their Independence Day.
I mean,
or
they
is it
beat the
is?
French, Yeah.
Because some people have their Independence Day, but it's not. It's like okay,
It's a day of celebration.
it's a day of celebration. I know. Go get drunk.
Ahorita vas a conocer a Dios.
See,
So the main event, man. Done with the sports talk. Like I said,
is a sport.
it is a sport, man. So this week, earlier this past week, Tuesday, the last time we talked, we had Justice on here. Kendrick had dropped a Like That diss, right? Or not even a diss, just he threw some shots, you know?
It was a diss.
J. Cole had responded, then apologized. You had a little, you know.
R.I.P.
Why is that so funny? Like, why is it just so funny when he said
It's still embarrassing.
he's on it and
It's
apologized?
It's not embarrassing anymore.
Let
Yes,
me
it
just
is.
say this.
Yes, it is.
Let me
Yes,
just
it
say
is.
this. Cole, if you ever see this, the women understand why you did what you did. The men,
Yeah.
the men, they only see stuff from one point of view.
No, I get it.
The
I get it.
people who actually feel and know how to do stuff on the right side of history, which is the women, of course, we understand why you did what you did. We love you.
No, she right. J. Cole, we had to wait keeping for him. You know, he's out of the picture right now. But yeah, to your point,
Smart man in hindsight.
smart guy.
He's living his piece right now, man.
He's fluffing his pillows right now.
Since then, Kendrick Lamar, he dropped his actual diss track, Euphoria, on I think it was Tuesday.
Great track, man.
Let's start there. How'd you guys feel? Before that, Drake had dropped, the 2 songs. Taylor Made got dropped because of the AI stuff.
I think we should start there.
You want to start at the Taylor Made?
I think we should start with push-ups and Taylor Made.
All right, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it right here. You speak into it.
So push-ups drops. Push-ups drops. Drake drops it. We kind of talked about it. It's kind of a sketchy way to drop it, but push-up drops.
Wait, can I say something before we
go ahead?
Are we talking when we're talking about these tracks right now? Are we talking about them in hindsight or at the moment when they dropped?
Talk about moment they dropped. Yeah,
Okay,
we're talking
all
in the
right,
moment.
cool.
So timeline.
Just wanna make sure.
Timeline.
Yeah, all right, cool.
So push-ups drops. What's going on?
Okay. Immediately, like you said, I didn't like the way in which push-ups was dropped because it was leaked. So I don't know if it's a drop. Then it had 2 different beats. I personally enjoyed the first beat, the Get Money sample. Okay. Then they changed it to the Who Kid beat. But regardless, push-ups overall, I thought it was a solid track. It was a great overall. In my cousin group chat, I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. I like the Thanos energy. I thought Drake was on Thanos timing. It was 20 verse 1. It was like, all right, let's get it. I got lines for you. I'm coming at you. I'm coming at you. Boom, roasted. Boom, roasted. I fucked with it. Taylor Made, I thought that was extremely disrespectful. And I thought that was a little try hard and corny because if you're Thanos, if you don't have to resort to those sorts of measures. And by incorporating someone like Tupac, you are now disrespecting other people in this beef when it should be directed at one person.
I feel like Drake knew he had the attention on him, and he did whatever he felt was right at that moment. Like, Drake is very
Talking about push-ups or Taylor Made? Right
push-ups.
Okay.
He's very attention-seeking. So it's like whenever the attention is on Drake, he's gonna bask in that. He's never gonna let that moment pass him. And I feel like at that point he knew everybody was paying attention, and he just kind of did his thing. So that's my opinion on it.
On push-ups, I feel like looking at the context, right? So Kendrick dropped Like That, right? On it, and the whole album rollout was kind of based on disses, right? With that whole record, there's a lot of disses throughout, right? But we already had known that Future and Metro were dropping another project. So people were like, "Why is Drake waiting?" I was like, "It makes sense to wait. There's probably going to be more shots on the next project.
Yeah,
you got to wait till." And there were, right? The Weeknd came at him. You got to know exactly what you're fighting against before you start to make a move, right? So then immediately, I don't like how it was dropped. I do believe it was genuinely leaked because the leaked version sounded mixing-wise bad. I don't think you're going to leak a really bad version of a song, personally.
Real quickly, though,
Yeah.
and we're going to travel to the future.
Okay.
So if it wasn't leaked, or if it was leaked, would that mean that Drake does have moles or leaks in his camp, or like?
I mean, we can talk about that. I think he does.
Or does it mean he did actually leak it because he said it was, he was planning all this stuff? Like, again, like
I think he was focus testing.
Exactly.
He
That's what
leaked
I
it on
thought.
purpose.
I thought
You believe he leaked it himself?
Yeah. I feel like he leaked it on his own.
I just don't feel like you'd leak an unfinished version of it.
He's known for leaking.
Why would you do that?
It wasn't
I
finished
agree with
until
him.
it was
I feel
finished,
like Drake is kind of a perfectionist, so he probably would have waited until it was mixed and then leaked.
Yeah, if he was gonna leak
He
it,
leaked
leak
like a
the
shitty
final
version of it.
That's great.
Yeah.
If he wants to leak it,
So
you know what I'm saying?
okay, so but if
I
it
mean,
was
shitty as far as quality from what we know Drake to drop. Like, we don't.
mixing wise, the mix was really bad on the first one. Let's be real, right?
I don't want to jump too
A
far
diss that
ahead.
everybody's gonna listen to.
But
People want to go
if
back
the track
to this.
was honestly leaked, then wouldn't that lead credence to the allegations that there is a mole in OVO? I don't want to jump ahead,
Possibly.
but
I think
Drake,
that there
Possibly.
is. I've been on record. We have a group chat, and me and him and Taz and Justice, who's not here, but shout out to him. I think there is genuinely a mole. I think that there is a mole in Drake's camp. We go back to the Meek Mill shit, right? Drake drops Summer 16. Meek drops Warpaint, what was it, 15 minutes after that drops, bro? With direct shots. There is somebody in Drake's camp that leaks shit, bro.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
Since we're going back to the past, what about Adonis and Pusha T? I think it goes back to them, right? Like, somebody has been speaking on Drake.
True.
Nobody in the world could have possibly known that Drake had a child unless it was somebody up close and personal. Nobody even thought that Drake had a child.
But what this beef has made apparent is Drake has a lot of enemies.
Like, God. Yes, bro.
If not at least,
That nigga was not lying in that song,
I mean,
bro.
but does you don't think that possibly it says a lot about Drake?
It does.
Everybody can't be lying.
Let's be real.
Everybody can't be lying on him.
Drake's problem is that he loves pussy too much. I'm being so real, guys.
Sure? I've been
Bro, a lot of these beefs, a lot of them, but really almost everyone besides Kendrick is off of pussy, bro.
Well, we don't even know because he said something about Kendrick and some girl, and so we don't even know. You know,
I feel like no man who really, really loves pussy is gonna move like that.
Effeminate.
I think
what do you mean by that? Can you elaborate?
He's like trying to prove to people like you that he loves pussy.
So you think he's like secretly gay?
I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying that Drake.
I don't think he's secretly gay.
I didn't say he was secretly gay. I just said
Kendrick did allude to that though.
At times, he does go above and beyond to prove that he's had this caliber of women. No man who's confident in knowing who he is and what type of women he can put.
I feel like he's insecure.
But that doesn't mean he's gay.
I never said, but I never said that.
Yeah, she did say that.
Insinuated that. I'm just saying, I feel like sometimes he throws that caliber of women he had. He just uses that as fuel. But no man who's confident in the women that he could put. Kendrick doesn't talk about the women he's at.
Kendrick's been saying, like, obviously Drake is like, this is something that
he's
you
insecure.
can kind of see already. That
like, I feel like Drake knows that once upon a time he was a
insecure.
nerdy kid that no one would pay attention to. Now he has this
Yeah.
notoriety.
Yeah,
He's living on it, and he's just gonna throw it in everybody's face because he probably never thought that he would be who he is.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel like it's still a shock that he's Drake. Drake doesn't know that he's Drake, and that's what's weird to me.
He likes a particular type of woman.
A particular type of woman that he couldn't get before when he was on Degrassi. We know Drake doesn't understand why he gets the type of women that he gets.
Let's be honest. Every rapper raps about that. Like, women didn't like
But
me
I
before,
feel like
now they do.
as long as Drake has been on top and as long as Drake has been talked about, why are you still happy that you get certain type of women?
Yeah, that's kind of.
No one's still talking about this. You've been famous for.
He's the only dude who's always
the baddest bitches.
But again, maybe that's his lifestyle.
I agree.
But you have to look at it from Drake's point of view. If like this fame and notoriety is basically his persona now, like that's what makes Drake to him. Because without the fame, without the money,
But I mean,
he's that nerdy kid.
How many guys have came from being a certain type of guy or this or that, and then they got this notoriety, and then they became something else, and they just, now I'm the shit. I'm feeling it, and they just go with it. Drake always has to remind us that he was this, he was that. I feel like a person is only going to constantly speak on something that they went through if it's still on them. People got shit on them. Drake got that thought that he was never shit.
I feel like that's obvious, though.
And that's why he throws it to everybody and tells them, I'm Drake.
He kind of admits that.
But so is that our fault? That's Drake is insecure.
I feel
Drake reminds me of Nav, right? Nav constantly raps. I'm just being honest. Nav constantly raps
That was
about
a
how many
diss.
bitches he gets and this and that, and it's very clear. You listen to Nav, you're like, dude, you are an insecure person. Yeah, exactly. Like, I like Nav's music, bro, but it's clear he's an insecure person, bro.
Also, Lil Yachty's earlier tracks were like that too. It's
true.
like he can go 2 bars
Now, obviously,
without.
Drake is he's not as bad in my opinion as Nav, but it's similar.
I'm gonna say this about Lil Yachty. You said that Lil Yachty used to speak about the type of women he didn't get.
No, that he does.
That he does get. Little Yachty's baby mama is drop dead gorgeous, and she's really the shit. So now he never talks about that. So I feel like once you get that type of woman, you be happy and you live in that. Drake doesn't do that. Like, you've had a lot of bad bitches, and you're still sad about the bitches you don't have. So yeah,
that's probably why.
That's true.
I think what leads to Drake's insecurity is the type of field he's in. Before he was famous and had notoriety, he was insecure. He felt like he was a nerd, right? So once he did acquire those things, like it was hollow because the fame and the money, it's not who you are. So when he has to stunt about the bitches he has you know, like what rappers talk, not like me saying that, but you know, like how rappers like talk about the bitches they fuck and stuff like that. The reason why he consistently keeps doing that is because that is like how he feels like he gets his validation. Like, he never found that on his own before the fame and money. Like, so what would lead him to finding that with the fame and money? I feel like to him, his validation, his security is saying, hey, I get all these women. You know what I'm saying? He never figured that out as a normal person, you know?
Yeah.
I heard this, I don't remember who said it, but they say a lot of people, the age you are when you turn famous is like the age you stay in your mind for the rest of your life. Like you stay at that like maturity level, you know? And I just feel like Drake never had certain outside factors like to help him find that contentment inside, you know? He's in like rap is not some place where you go to find self-love. It's just like, it's just, it's just a very weird profession. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I feel like no star of his caliber just kind of like live in that moment of when they weren't shit. Like they speak about it, but it's not their whole life story. It might be for a period of time, but Drake, I feel like at this point in time, we should be past that. We know. We saw Degrassi. We seen that you hated yourself, that you felt like you were nothing. Now that you're hearing your Drake and we all give you your props, we know that we see the talent. We see everything that you've done. Why are we still living in this moment of,
That's true. That's
oh
why
my God, I was Drake.
I'm not mad
Can
at
we
it.
move on now? Like, not to bring up Nicki. She always gets brought up. But I feel like they always say Nicki never moves past certain points in her life and what she's been through. Drake doesn't. That's what we should be addressing.
Even Nicki's last album was cool. Like she was talking about
exactly. She's moved on from a lot of things. I feel like Drake, we're still having the same conversation. Drake, I'm the guy who just y'all shitted on me. Even when he said on his album, when I go back to my high school reunion, it's gonna be like a security clearance. Like I'm gonna make everybody. It's like we get it. We understand. You're Drake. You hated yourself. Now you're shitting on everybody. We get it. We see this. Now what else? And that's also his argument with Kendrick.
Yeah, and
Hey, we should get back to the beef.
I feel like
I agree with that.
Yeah, I feel like
we
Kendrick
needed that
I agree
character
with that
delve.
point, though. Yeah,
but that's where Kendrick is coming from. Like you can tell in all his songs, he's kind of pinching at that, like poking at that, like you're insecure.
that insecurity. Yeah.
You need, this validation. Like how many features before you feel black and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Taylor Made. I know you said you didn't like it. Me personally, I feel like that was his best one, like his best diss.
I feel like that was his best move, not his best song. That's the best move he's made.
Was it the
I feel
best
like
move though? Because that spurred Kendrick to go nuclear.
Sure. Well, I guess that's what you want the best version of who you're playing.
Yeah.
But it was a sinister move, like from Drake. Because again, I'm coming from the angle where I used to be like a very huge Drake fan. I guess like Take Care was my shit. Thank Me Later, So Far Gone, like, mixtape, like back in that era, when Wayne was put him on the first time, like I was super into Drake. But like we were saying, obviously his music never changed, so I'm kind of like, I don't really care about this dude. So,
what do you think Drake is addicted to, though? Is he addicted to, don't you think he's addicted to having like that superiority complex? It's rooted from an inferiority complex?
I don't think it's any of that.
Because, you don't feel like
it's any of that.
A lot of his music is always like, like what's already known don't gotta be talked about. You feel me? It's either he's running out of creative juice or he's just always.
Well, we can obviously see he's creative, and again that Taylor made the diss. That was creative, like using the AI and it was very
with the context around the AI tracks having dropped and people were like, is this real? Is this beef real? Whatever. I think it was clever for him to just. It
was when I heard, I was like, this is actually pretty.
But I think this delves into what makes people dislike Drake or like Drake, or whether you like Kendrick or Drake, because you're saying like that was a creative move by Drake, right? But what is real and what is fake? Was that him or was that his writers? But he has a team of people. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like if someone else drops a freaking AI Tupac song, it's just another AI Tupac song. But when Drake does, it's like, so I get that. I get the frustration behind it, but I also think on Drake's end, it was kind of fair game. Like it's not like he put it on. He didn't put it on.
It wasn't on DSPs.
No. Yeah, it was again. I'm gonna use AI, and it was just funny. It was like a diss to Kendrick. I'm gonna use your god, or in a sense. To,
it was legal, but it was extremely disrespectful, and
that's the whole point.
But it's disrespecting yourself, because Drake is someone who doesn't only classify himself as a rapper, he classifies himself as the GOAT, right? So if you want to enter yourself into this pantheon of the GOATs, you're gonna disparage another GOAT, or you're gonna use his likeness. But because I would, because if Pac was alive, he would hate that, because I don't know this, but more than likely Pac would be a Kendrick
But this is
fan.
beef, nigga.
This
is beef.
Yeah, but you want to be the GOAT, and this is that thing that you did. This is exactly why you can never be the GOAT in the eyes of some people, because you do shit like this.
Wait, Tupac
if you were
the GOAT, bro, and he disrespected the fuck.
Okay,
out of
all right.
him.
Hear me out.
I also hold on.
Hear me out. Let's say Bron and Kobe, right? Let's say back in 2008, Kobe was like, I'm the GOAT. Bron's like, I'm the GOAT. What they would do is they would go and play a one-on-one game to see who's the GOAT. This would be the equivalent of LeBron going and getting Bill Russell and making like a diss track about Kobe or some shit like that. Like that has nothing to do with it.
That's not the same, bro.
It's the same, because if Drake is the GOAT, then do it with your bars. You're the greatest rapper of all time, so rap. Don't do these tricks. Don't do these dance
We're
moves.
past that though. We're past the whole writers, and so we know Drake. That's kind of how he comes now. It's like when you're playing.
But more
it's like when you're picking your
importantly-
character. When you pick Drake, you're gonna see some niggas behind him. Like that's how his character is built.
The thing is,
and we get that. That's why I'm not.
The biggest thing
You
is
saying
the
Drake
biggest
is
thing that
LeBron, huh?
No, I'm not saying that. The biggest thing that we're
He
missing
is,
here
though.
is rap beef today is not just about the bars, guys. It's about the narrative you spin.
It is.
So that's what Drake was doing. He was saying the narrative. You're scared, nigga.
Yeah,
You are scared.
But his narrative
That's
was
what he
proven.
saying.
Okay, but how do you think? Do you think that was a good tactic? Because his narrative was ultimately proven to be false. Because Kendrick obviously was not scared.
I
Yeah,
think
but
you can make the case it
yeah.
backfired. I agree with that. But I think at the moment you gotta hit
Yeah,
that nigga
yeah.
while he's down.
Yeah.
He's not. Kendrick was dead silent. He was not releasing anything. There was no knowledge, bro. Drake was like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. You asked for this. You're the one who released like that, nigga.
Yeah.
I want the beef. You're not giving it to me. Let me get you another one, bro. I think it was a good move. It's like, hold on, I'm the one who actually wants this shit. Kendrick looked scared at the moment, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we know what Kendrick was doing was just cooking up. Apparently, like 12 tracks.
So after Taylor made, Kendrick drops Euphoria. He drops 616 in was it LA?
No, he dropped 616, then he dropped Meet the Grams after Drake dropped Family
It was
Matters.
616. And what was the name of the track?
It was in LA, right?
Oh, 616
in
in LA or Toronto? No, 616 in LA. Yeah.
Okay.
So how'd you guys feel about those ones, real quick? Wait, like, kind of, which one was your favorite?
So
and then why?
I think Euphoria was a great track.
Okay.
I think that he got a couple narratives in there that we've seen have stuck, right? That Drake is irresponsible. He's not a moral high ground. That he's a very morally depraved person, which is kind of honestly, I think is the best attack against Drake.
It is, yeah.
He really isn't, based on his music, based on the way he lives his life, he really isn't a morally great guy, right? So I'd argue that Kendrick maybe isn't either, but that's another, we can talk about that differently.
Yeah.
But so I think that was a really good thing. And then obviously just disrespecting him as a father, it's like, you don't take care of your son. I'm a better father than you. In fact, and then obviously he doubles down and like, I'll teach your son how to be a man. That's very disrespectful, right? And obviously he kind of hinted at the pedophile bars in that one as well. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, because he said, I electrify them, you pacify them, we can double back on that
Yeah,
one later.
we'll back on that later.
He dropped like certain
hinting at it.
Yeah.
So I think it was a great track.
Even the title of the track, Euphoria, Drake
the
was
whole
an
thing.
executive producer on Euphoria, which is a
about
show famous for
teens,
sexualizing teenagers.
So I thought Euphoria I thought that was a really, really good song. I personally thought, and I said this in the group chat, as a diss, I personally thought Push-Ups was better simply because Drake had to go after a whole lot of people.
Okay.
So I think he had a lot more. Kendrick was I just got to aim at you, Drake. And Drake has a lot of info on him, bro. Let's be real. He's been in the game for like years. Drake had to go out a lot of people, and I think he did well. So as a diss, I felt like Push-Ups was better. As a song, Euphoria was a better track, in my opinion.
All right, Peter?
I think Push-Ups, like I said, I really enjoyed Push-Ups, but I can't compare Push-Ups and Euphoria 1-to-1 because Push-Ups, Drake was aiming at a lot of people. Euphoria was directed at Drake. Kendrick really only got like 3 lines in that entire song. But Euphoria, I thought it was a very good track. I love the beat switches because I think Kendrick did what he had to do because when Drake bombarded him with the 2 tracks, Kendrick couldn't just come back with a regular track. He had to make it a 6-minute epic of just hatred. And what he did in that track, and Kendrick is very good at that he doesn't get credit for, he makes memeable moments. Even prior to this beef on the Baby Keem song, top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. Kendrick is very quotable, and it's overlooked.
I agree.
Yeah.
And in Euphoria, there were several instances of that. Because when I was on TikTok all day, the biggest meme I was saying when that part in the song where he's like, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk, I hate the way that you dress. I saw that meme so many times. Like,
that was so funny.
I opened TikTok this morning and there was just like how Michael sees Toby from The Office, and they were just like playing that thing. It was just very memed, like several parts of that track. So I think it was a good response. What ensued after? I mean,
can we talk about the actor? That's like the
Go ahead.
that's like I feel like now, speaking from all that we experienced from like the beginning of the beef to now, I feel like Kendrick, in my opinion, is leading the way. And while I will say that, I'm not being biased, I just feel like Kendrick is like the total package. Like, he's not just focused on defending himself. He's focused on making a mockery out of Drake. Yeah. Like, not only am I defending what you're saying about me, I'm going to make you the butt of the joke. And I'm going to make everybody think and see you in this horrible light. So it's like, people are like, Kendrick keeps repeating the same thing, but no, he's getting it in our mind that Drake is a predator.
I feel like he's doing the what Drake did to Meek.
Yeah, like, I feel like he's embarrassing Drake. And it's like, people look at it as like, Drake has like this amazing catalog and all this, but it's like, when it comes down to rap beef, we're not looking at that. We're looking at what you can do in this moment. And I feel like Kendrick is just like running laps around him because he knows how to play it. He knows exactly what to do to get the people talking. Like, even with, what is it, Not Like Us? He made that so fire. He made that where people was gonna be like, O-VEE-HOE or whatever, O-VEE-HOE or whatever. And it's like, and it's like,
he forced Drake to have to drop.
Yeah, he forced Drake to have to
Drake had to try and change the narrative, bro.
White flag,
so to that point, to end it off, he forced Drake to respond again. Cinco de Mayo, we here late. You know, Drake responded. I was in the shower. I was like, man, what if I get out and my phone says Drake just dropped? Got out of the shower, Drake just dropped. So I'm like, all right, well, what we finna talk about tonight. So Drake drops the Heart Part 6, which the title alone,
great title.
Very disrespectful. I feel like Kendrick, will he ever make a Heart Part 7 now? It's like, I don't know, or I feel like in a way Drake broke his heart.
That's a good point.
You know, he broke his heart.
I feel like that was Drake's version of, I'm bowing out, but I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to let the people kind of decipher what I mean.
At the end of the track,
I don't think he bowed out.
At the end of the track, me personally listened to, I felt like it was his way of bowing out, or like, in a way, like, I'm not going to release any more songs. Like, if Kendrick does, cool, we'll go from there, but I'm done. Because he was saying, like,
I feel like if Kendrick says something good enough that he just wants to clear up his name, he will say something. Yeah, he will, but I feel like Drake is like, this has gone too far, which, again, these guys are pushing some allegations where it's like, damn, like, there has to be some type of evidence. So Drake is like, damn, if we go in there, like, I don't want to play this battle. So I don't know. I felt like it was a bow out. I felt like they're trying to, it's gone too far. I mean, can we compare?
I've been waiting for this. Sorry.
Yeah. I was just saying, can we compare Not Like Us and what is it? The Heart? No, can we compare them too? Like, I really just want to hear like everybody's perspective.
We already know the answer.
We about to, okay. So I've been waiting for this part of the broadcast. Okay. So we skipped over a lot because we're on time crunch. But the thing is, Drake, I got to give Kendrick props. I never in my life thought he'd be winning the PR battle like this. I never thought
I knew he would out-rap him, but PR battle?
He is winning the PR battle. Personally, okay, what I think, so Kendrick dropped Euphoria, right? Drake drops, I think was a great track. The
Family Matters. Yeah, it was good.
Great video.
Yes, I love the cinematography of the van, and you saw it on the tow truck, and then there was the Toronto Space Needle right behind.
That was hard. That was hard.
It was a great track, right?
No, there's a video for Family Matters.
The way he did it, it was just.
And Kendrick, to his credit, right? He stomped on that release with Meet the Grams. Because I'm going to be honest, guys. The more I think about Meet the Grams, right, the more I think that that really wasn't that great of a track.
No.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Okay.
Let me finish.
It depends how you look at it.
I told you I liked the track, right? But I didn't like it for the reason everybody else liked it. The pedophile allegations, without any proof, mean nothing.
There's receipts out there.
They mean nothing to me, guys. There's circumstantial evidence. There's no proof. There's no hard proof that he's a
man
pedophile.
Scouting like Jerry West out here.
We'll have this conversation again in
Diddy, Drizzy, same thing.
We'll see.
No Diddy.
But the reason why is because Kendrick legitimately right now lied about Drake having a daughter.
Sure.
Straight up lied.
Do we know that?
We don't know. We don't know if it's still up in the
Wait,
air.
hold
Because
on,
you're
hold on.
saying straight up lie.
I think I'll put money.
I feel like he was fed information.
He was
took the
exactly
only on that one
But
thing though.
I agree. Only on that. I think Kendrick. I don't think Kendrick.
He's at a meeting. He's at a meeting with everybody. All right, what you got on Drake today? You got an 11-year-old daughter? All right, let's.
I'll take it. Yeah, let's go. So like. Now, the best part of that track was the dissection of Drake being perpetually unhappy with himself at the end on the last verse.
Yeah.
That to me was the strongest part of the track because
that's
we just talked about.
That's
I think
true.
that's very true. I think you can tell by Drake's music there's something that's just not right in his life. He doesn't feel quite happy, right?
Yeah.
So by Kendrick stomping on the record was great. And then he dropped what I think when Drake fed the information, we talked about this a little bit off before we came on camera. I think Drake thought, because Kendrick has a mole, right? I think Kendrick has Drake a little scattered, right?
Yeah.
He knows Kendrick's going to drop something, but he's not quite sure what exactly he's going to say. He has an idea of what angle he's going to go. He doesn't know what he's going to do. I don't think Drake thought Kendrick was going to go that hard on the pedophile allegation.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't think he thought that. What he thought was that the kid would be the story. And then he would say, Kendrick, you need to prove that shit. Right? Because he said the Acumen, he said text Acumen, he said, if anybody can find proof of my 11-year-old daughter, I will stop rapping. Like I'm going to put money he does not have a daughter, right?
Sure.
But once the pedophile allegations came through, and that was the story, Drake couldn't let that slide. And I think Kendrick also realized that, and that's why he dropped Not Like Us. He's like, okay, Drake probably doesn't have a daughter. I was wrong on that one.
Yeah.
But the pedophile shit, I'm going to double down on that. Not only did he double down on that, he doubled down it with a hit song. That's just a banger. People are screaming in the club, Drake's a pedophile.
You got DJ Mustard. You don't get DJ Mustard if you're fucking around.
Exactly,
bro.
right? So Drake saw that and was like, and he's in a catch-22. If you say nothing.
He also gave him props on that as well.
Yeah,
He's
and
like,
at the end
I
of the
agree
story,
with
he's
that.
like, hey, man, you
Yeah.
know, you did it. Which is, he's kind of giving grace. He said, Kendrick, that was a great move. He's admitting, he's like, that was a great move, man. I got to give you props.
Yeah.
Drake either could ignore it, right, but then let pedophile allegations fester. That's not good. Yeah. But if you address it, that's also bad because you give it a little credence. So he was in a catch-22. And I think he did the best thing he had to do. I was telling you guys.
So not to cut you
Yeah,
off,
what's up?
you agree with how Drake handled that situation with the sexual assault and him being molested, Kendrick?
Oh, with the mother eye. Oh,
The mother eye quote,
one?
yeah.
The mother eye quote. Well, first he misquoted it, so it's not accurate. But I thought that because my thing is, if you get called a pedophile, all things are off the fucking.
That's what I feel is
like.
going
You can
on.
say whatever.
Yeah.
If you accuse me of that, nigga, I'm saying whatever.
Okay,
I
so
can say, bro.
someone calls you a pedophile, not you, but I'm just saying someone calls you a pedophile and you get to say that's why you were molested.
I'm saying if you're gonna,
This is different, yeah.
What Drake was trying to say, trying to do was like, the reason you want me to be a pedophile because you've suffered something, and this you're latching onto it.
So he's.
But
rapping.
I
He's
think
rapping
why
too.
I think why Drake is losing, like you guys said, I think why Drake is losing because also he said, Drake is not thinking about anybody outside of Kendrick. He's not thinking about all the people who suffered through that. So not only is he losing fans during this beef, he just seems very insensitive, like he doesn't care about anything outside of this beef, and it makes him look very Drake invested.
Yeah, I do
self-centered.
I want to pick up on that more because it's like I said with the Tupac thing. In your effort to discredit and diss this one man in Kendrick, you are insulting other people that have nothing to do with it. Whether it be people on the West Coast, whether it be people who have.
It's kind of like he tried to diminish the fact that he was molested.
That's what I was saying.
you're
If that's the way
molested,
he's going, is like. It's different when you're calling someone a pedophile.
I get it.
If you say, "Oh, you're making fun of someone," because then it's like, wait.
I don't think he was he didn't make fun of him for being molested.
But
he
if
simply
it
said,
continues-
"That's why you're so angry."
But
No,
if it
but
continues-
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
the way in which he brought it up. Like when he said, "When you hear Mariah Carey touch my body, I bet you feel some type of way."
and
You're trying to be funny.
If it continues,
you're trying to be funny.
If it continued,
I
it would
agree.
have it would have went further than
But
that.
then you got to remember after that he said, "I don't." He also said at the end, he's like, "I feel bad even doing this because of how conflicted you are."
That's
right?
why I said
You know what I'm
he
saying?
understands
So-
it's gotten
But
too far.
But
He knows if it's going to go further, he's going to have to.
Realistically, I don't think Drake is conflicted.
Yeah.
Drake doesn't think.
No.
Like,
I feel like he
I mean, I
is
think
though.
he's- I
I feel
think
like
he
he is.
you feel like
'cause
he's conflicted,
Wait,
saying
conflicted
that
on- what do you mean by
Kendrick was
conflicted?
molested.
I
Not
don't think Drake thinks
specifically
Kendrick was
on
molested.
that,
I don't
but
think he
just the fact that if this continues, he's gonna have to push on. Both guys are reaching now at this point. We don't know if Drake's really done all this stuff that Kendrick's saying, but Drake is like, well, what's our angle gonna be? Okay, let's go with this.
Okay, can I say this? There's only one person who's known for fabricating stories. There's only one person who's known for twisting things to make them look like the good guy, and it's not Kendrick. For one, everybody from the outside looking in, we don't know much about Kendrick's personal life.
But that's also to the
that's
point.
the-
That also helps to where we don't know, you know.
No, I'm not saying that everything that Drake is saying is true or is not, or I'm not saying that Kendrick is a good guy. But what I'm saying is we don't know because we don't hear a lot about Kendrick.
agree.
He's not on the Shade Room every other day.
Yeah.
What about Drake? We hear that he likes the younger women. We hear that he's going after the younger women. He was just seen out with Lotto's younger sister who just turned 18.
That
So
was-
you may not be a
18? I thought she
predator.
was 20 something.
No,
Nah, I
she's
think she
18.
was-
She just turned 18. Openly 18. She's never lied about her age. So when we talk
That's my
about,
bad.
she may look a certain way, but she doesn't lie about her age. So when you're
I
honest
know
about
that.
when you're honest about being a certain age and the man still decides to deal with you, he knows what comes with that. And I feel like Drake openly deal with women who are younger, way younger than he is.
we did talk about that with the Loverboy
Openly.
stuff.
So in your eyes, you might try to tell yourself that, hey, I'm okay, I'm not a predator because I'm not dealing with women that are 15 and 16, but you know that you purposely go after women who are way younger than you.
And I think that's why Kendrick already won this beef because,
Exactly.
and I don't want to seem like, just like a TDE fanboy or anything like that. And to play devil's advocate, like, look, Drake did calculated chess moves, and I completely understand Drake saying the things he's saying if he's in his position. He started playing
They
chess.
believe that
But
Drake really fed him that
the
information.
reason the reason why I think he
possible.
lost.
I think it's unlikely, but it's possible.
Only
Yeah.
with the daughter move.
But here's
Only
what
with the daughter.
Only
Not
with the
everything else.
daughter.
Only with the daughter.
I
But
think Drake lost already is because listen to how he's talking in the Heart Part 6. He's talking he wants this to be over, and you have to look at the overall message of the Heart Part 6. The
he doesn't
overall
he doesn't want to
message.
quit because he doesn't want people to call him a quitter,
Yeah.
but we clearly see
And that was the overall message. The overall message was in defense to something Kendrick said. This is a diss battle. He didn't come out shooting more disses at Kendrick. He said things we already knew. He doubled back on the Dave Free stuff.
Last
okay,
thoughts.
so thank you for letting me say this. So I kind of agree, but I kind of disagree, right? So we got to go back. One, Drake already dropped the haymaker that you beat your wife, right?
Okay.
But people just don't seem to care for whatever reason.
Because
right?
in the court of public opinion,
People
pedo
don't-
shit
yeah,
trumps
right?
that.
Yeah.
But here's the
he
thing.
thought that was going to outweigh that.
But here's the thing, right? What Drake did was to me was the best thing you could possibly do, right? Because what Drake did, he's doubled down. He said, "I know you beat your wife, nigga. This is facts. Let's talk about the facts, right?
Where's the proof?
Hold on.
That's what we're
Hold
gonna
on. Let me get there, right? One thing we do know, right? The only person who we know has lied or not told the truth is
Fabricated.
Kendrick, right? That's the only person we know.
No.
Push-ups. Remember, Drake had multiple lies because he said, with your contract, top takes 50%. But where's the proof? But this is why I feel like people are more reticent to believe Kendrick than Drake, because Drake is the manipulator. He will go out and say things and put things in the ether,
And we
like
see
what
it out
Taylor
in the
made.
public, yeah.
He created this whole thing saying, Kendrick, you're not responding to avoid Taylor. Bro, stop. First off, Drake, stop bringing up Taylor Swift. His past 5 songs, he brought up Taylor Swift on Scary Hours, on she's
It
not
was a
gonna fuck
narrative.
you.
It was
She's not gonna fuck you, Drake. Stop bringing her up.
I've always said, why haven't they?
But that's why people are so ready to believe Kendrick as opposed to Drake, because Drake puts these things
he
out
puts it out
there.
there, yeah.
Well, Peter just said, though, Drake gaslighting Kendrick only proves Kendrick's point that he's a master manipulator.
No,
so
but
if
see,
anything, he's dry snitching on himself.
No, Drake played on it.
situations-
Drake played on it saying, "Yeah, I am a master manipulator. I manipulate you to do what I want to do." That's
But
what
there's
he
been
did,
other
right?
situations where Drake has manipulated and swayed the public to be on his side. I feel like it comes down to sometimes when you're the bigger star and you have more influence,
Right.
you can sway the public, and Drake knows that and he takes full advantage of that.
But I also think, and the biggest thing though is that there's nothing else Drake really could do, because he's saying, I have proof that you beat your wife, right? And here's the one thing that we're not mentioning, guys. Here's the one thing we're not mentioning. Drake's reputation really can't suffer much. He's already labeled. Before this beef, he already had the slight pedal shit on it. Now it's bigger, obviously. But he also has. He already had a little bit of that on him. Right?
Yeah.
Kendrick came into this squeaky clean, right? Nobody really thinks Kendrick's a bad dude at all. What Drake needs to do, this is, in my opinion, the only way he can win this beef.
Okay.
Because he called Kendrick's bluff. On this track, right? And this is why I think it was. Hold on. This is why I think it was a good move. He said.
He's sticking with Drake to the
When he
end.
said to Kendrick, he said, "Look, let's deal with the facts. You're making all these accusations, nigga. I want you to fucking prove it. The next track, you better come with receipts or I'm not going to respond.
Well, Drake needs to come with a paternity test with Dave Free.
Hold on.
And
Let me get to that. I agree with that. This is why I think that this is a setup. He's waiting for Kendrick to respond. If he doesn't, if Drake actually has the information, right? The next track is he's gonna drop the receipts
From Drake.
From Drake.
Yes,
he's
yes,
gonna say,
yes.
nigga, I got the proof.
Okay,
now
so
let's
we'll wait for that.
You prove your shit. Nigga.
Yeah.
That's what
That's fair.
But that's the only way he can win.
So who do you have winning right now?
I have Kendrick up. I told you guys.
Okay,
Kendrick
and you
up.
said you have Kendrick up.
Kendrick won
Who
already.
you have winning right now?
Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Hold on, let me just say this real quick, all right? Because Drake's not going to escape this, all right? We're not going to acknowledge that last song. The whole thing was just, I said I was a pedo, but I made that shit up. The whole thing was just a defense,
That's not what he
right?
said.
Oh,
That's
and
not what he
Drake
said.
was the first one to bring up pedo allegations in the beef.
Because
Drake
he
brought
knew
it
he was
up in
gonna-
Taylor Swift.
He thought they were gonna
No,
go
because
that.
he knew they were going to take that road. And
But-
why
but-
wouldn't you? That's
yeah.
that's a good road.
But bro,
That's
that's crazy. Like to think of your persona, like your persona, right? Exactly.
That's true.
Like
That's true.
That's
I'm
so
saying, what he
crazy.
He's not going to say that, but the delusion
is-
is here. He said, I'm too famous to get in trouble for being a pedo when literally
Diddy just got raided, bro.
He did, the way he was defending himself with again.
the best.
I don't think
wasn't
this
the
last
best.
track from him was great. I don't think it was. I
I
was
think
kind of.
the track itself.
I
not
think
the best.
there's
I think the
be-
move
I
was
think
the best
that's
he could
because-
do.
I feel like the move
The move
It's
was
good.
good.
partially
Yeah.
some truth to that. I feel like Drake knows that even if he doesn't consider himself a pedophile, he knows that he's been doing some questionable things when it comes to certain women.
He gonna move. He gonna move
I don't
different now.
think-
Yeah.
I don't
He
think
gonna
Drake
move
thinks he's a
different now.
pedophile. I don't
Like
think,
I said,
or that he does anything
but any
questionable.
pedophile,
Sure,
I don't think
sure.
he
He
does
might.
anything
I
He
feel
might
like
not think
there's,
so.
It's,
You know what I'm
there's
saying?
reason why most people that are pedophiles, they talk their stuff out of it. You don't want to believe
He might
that
not
you're
think
this.
so, but
If I-
he will now understand. Like, damn, this.
But you
girl
know that
shouldn't
in
have
a way
that.
you're a
To
sexual
me,
predator.
I feel like a lot of the things that people have on Drake as to evidence as to why he's a pedophile, I think most people take it a bit too far.
I don't even think it's
And
too serious for him.
I think that
Until
here's my thing.
real shit comes out.
And it's incredibly,
He definitely
it's incredibly
will.
genius by Kendrick to take this route of the pedophile route because it's super hard to defend. And let's be honest, guys. Let's be real. People just believe Kendrick over Drake right now.
But the only reason why
Whatever
it's
sounds
hard,
good. Kendrick's
the
making
only
it sound
reason
good,
why
though.
it's hard to defend is because we see what you do.
Yeah.
If Drake didn't like women that were freshly 18 and 19, we would have
Millie
said,
Bobby Brown.
"Damn, Kendrick, you're lying." We ain't never seen Drake with no young woman, but since we see that,
I agree. He could have. I agree.
he's always with the
Extensions on
younger
him. I
woman.
agree.
Outside of him being openly dating Rihanna for a quick second, and I think maybe calling himself liking Serena and whoever else he called, he likes the youngest women in the bunch, and that's very kind of
ignoring
weird.
the women that's not like his baby mama wasn't.
Can
Bro,
we
why
talk?
he didn't even want to acknowledge his
So,
baby mama?
so
We
I
can't
think,
speak
I
on that.
think, I
Like,
think
come on,
we
guys.
all,
Like, it's
I
all
think we
the
can
same.
all agree we got Kendrick up right now.
Kendrick.
Drake called us slaves. I don't want to forget about that. Drake called everyone. Drake
And
called
Drake
black
is-
people
yeah,
slaves. I just
like
want to
Kendrick
throw that
said,
out there
that's
real
not
quick.
colonized.
I'm not gonna like let that
So,
just slide
again,
by.
It's May 5th. We don't know. I might after the show we might find out there's another diss. So just right now at this moment.
Oh shit, Kendrick dropped.
Actually, wait, hold on. Before we leave,
Man, what
I have
you-
a very
what,
important
man?
question.
What-
Very important
what you
question.
got?
Do we value the truth in this battle at all?
Yeah.
If Kendrick lied on everything Drake is saying or that he's saying, does Kendrick still win the battle? Because if the answer is yes, then it really doesn't.
If he's
matter.
lying about
Being so
everything,
serious.
if he's lying
Being
about
so serious.
everything, then
He's discredited.
yeah, he's discredited. But if there's some,
It's about the daughter.
So if Drake is
Yeah.
never, if Drake is never revealed as a pedophile, does Kendrick still win this battle? I'm being so real.
I
Yes.
think so because
If-
yeah.
here's how he'll win. Here's how, and just to end it off, here's how Kendrick will win. If that all comes out to not be true,
And if Drake
as
doesn't have a
long
daughter,
as
still the same thing?
as long as anything Drake said also isn't true, and both guys none of it was true, then we're just going off of okay, who had the better song?
Exactly.
Kendrick will win.
Exactly. Yeah.
On songs only, I don't know.
Yeah,
Wait,
because if
on
they were-
songs only, I don't think Kendrick
Yeah.
wins.
If they were both proven to be liars, then all
If
we
they're
can go
both-
off is
if they're
the
both
songs.
proven to be
But I'm
liars,
saying,
and it was all just
even on
leeches.
songs, I like 7-8. I think it'd be closer to tied. Just on songs.
You can say
let's
closer to
just
tie,
on
but
songs.
people are
Man,
gonna
it's
pick
wildin'.
Kendrick.
Push up, C4. I don't think there's a
That's
big
what I'm
difference
saying.
between them.
Yeah.
Before Kendrick has 3.
Yeah, Kendrick.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll give you. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll give you.
Like that was #1 for 3 weeks.
Yeah, and
Like
this
that
new
was a
one,
I'm
banger.
talking
this
about the
new,
quality of the tracks itself.
Yeah,
I get what
like
you're
that,
saying.
yeah.
Kendrick has 3. More views.
more views,
Yeah, no,
more
you can
talked
make you
about.
can make the case that Kendrick's still up, but I'm saying it's not like to me the thing that really makes
What
Kendrick.
I'm saying is that if it comes out that they were lying and it was fabrication, we'll just say that they both were just beefing and just saying whatever they heard. But at the end of the day, Kendrick still won.
The reason I say it because the reason I think Kendrick's winning is because the PR battle is on Kendrick's side.
That's why we keep saying that he's winning the beef.
Right.
To everything. We're not just talking about rapping.
The tracks, then, like in pure rapping and in terms of like the actual songs
and impact.
I think it's very, very close.
I think it's closer.
I think it's very, very
close. Drake's songs aren't even hitting.
None of the Drake songs are comparing to Not Like Us. None of those are going to be played in the club.
We're talking hits
because
it's still a beef. It's still public.
Not your thing.
Okay, so can we all agree that there's only one hit out of this beef?
Which one?
I mean,
the
like
Kendrick
that?
one?
Yeah.
Not Like Us?
Not Like Us.
I mean,
Not Like Us.
They not like us.
The whole song isn't a diss though. Like, do you count that as?
It started with the war.
He didn't say anything outside of him addressing Drake. I feel like if he would have mentioned other things outside of Drake, then it would have been like, okay, he's just trying to get a hit. Everything he said on there was about Drake. That's a diss, and it's a hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the way he added, everything into a song,
Yeah, everything's about Drake. If he would have thrown some extra
Future.
Yeah, but it was on the out. It was a diss album too. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing was a diss.
So
So
it'll be interesting to see what happens next. I don't want to say I'm hoping. It has gotten pretty dirty. It has gotten pretty nasty.
Could get dirtier.
To me, if both of these niggas are lying, bro, to me that's very disgusting on all of them.
But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And we'll what we do.
When you beef with somebody and they tell you something like that's like if you heard something about your worst enemy today and they said this guy did this and he did that, are you gonna go fact check? Or are you just gonna be like, I got something on my eye? Come on, it's realistic. Like it's realistic to run with whatever information you get.
That's why you don't react.
And I said in the group chat, the reason I like because the one indisputable L Drake's ever taken was Pusha T. Everybody agrees with that, right?
Yeah.
100%.
But you would still find OVO stands at that time.
Yeah,
still
who say that he's not.
Yeah, because they're just
nonsense. They're delusional. But
Pusha T gave us information that we're gonna live with forever. We gotta
won that battle to me is not because he just released saw Drake was a kid, right? It's because one, he dismantled Drake as a father, as a man, as a person, right? And he also released proof you have a kid. Then Drake became a great father after that.
Yeah, I know.
Well, technically, Drake was the one that confirmed it. Pusha just made the allegation. It wasn't proven until Drake.
You can't deny it.
But people was already believing it.
You can't say, I don't have to
we Drake didn't really deny the kid part.
He
didn't really ever fully deny it.
He couldn't deny it because at that point, the fact that
He
Pusha
couldn't.
put the information in the world, people were going to start digging.
Now he denied it immediately. The reason why that beef, because Pusha didn't lie to win. He said, nigga, you are a bad person. This is why you're a bad person. And you're hiding a child, right?
But yeah, okay.
And then
So
Drake never responded.
why
He
are
lost,
you still defending Drake? And you
No,
just said that he proved it. We clearly see that Drake is the bad guy here.
Allegations that aren't really true.
Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments who you guys got up right now, Kendrick or Drake. Hit us up on Fourth Wall Show on Instagram. Hit me up on my Instagram, all their Instagrams. You guys want to shout out the handles real quick?
You can find me on Instagram at Peter_Paris. That's Paris with 2 R's. I just want to say J. Cole's the real winner of this beef.
You can find me on Instagram at Lexi.yen. That's LexiN. And I'm just happy to be here. Thank you for the opportunity, you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter.
X, man.
X, yeah.
I'm
sorry.
some-
I'm sorry. If you
yeah,
watch
give him
this,
some
my
respect,
bad, bro.
man.
I don't want to dead name you. I'm sorry.
Come get him.
It's going to be CM, DABEST, CM the best on basically everything. Appreciate it.
Yeah, great show. Toss, you got some last words?
Yeah,
man?
hey, look, man. Very entertaining rap battle. However, from a macro level, keep in mind, could be a distraction. Drake, we know you got them tunnels, boy. You know what I'm saying? We see the owl symbol. We know what's up. Next podcast, we gonna see what Kendrick drop, and then we could delve into that a little bit deeper. I'm not suicidal. I love my life.
Drake, if you got the proof that Kendrick is what you say he is, you need to drop that shit now, bro.
Man, Drake
it's not looking good
Drake
for you,
ain't
dog.
gonna
I'm
listen
being
to you,
honest, bro.
man.
If you don't prove this shit, it's over.
It's not looking good for you.
Till the next
I will say
time,
Drake
man.
posted
Thank you
on
guys
his
for being
story.
with us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you guys for joining us today. Till the next one. Good morning. Good afternoon.
See
night.
ya.
Shout out to the studio audience.